Welcome back to Coin Explorer. Today, we're about to unlock a secret that might be sitting unnoticed in your coin jar, in your wallet, or buried deep inside a forgotten drawer. It's a discovery that could completely shift the way you look at everyday change. We're talking about none other than the Japanese 10 yen coin. Now, I know what you're thinking. A 10 yen coin? That tiny brown copper coin? Yes, that coin. And while it might seem ordinary, I'm here to tell you, beneath its humble surface lies a story so rich, so rare, and so potentially valuable that it could rival some of the biggest finds in modern numismatics. Could a Japanese 10 yen coin really be worth thousands, even lakhs, or perhaps more? Let's dive in and find out. The first glance. An unassuming hero. At first glance, the Japanese 10 yen coin doesn't scream fortune. It's small. It's made of bronze, a mix of copper and tin, with a warm reddish-brown tone. It's been in circulation for decades, first introduced in 1951 by the Japan Mint. It weighs around 4.5 grams, and its diameter measures 23.5 millimeters, almost identical to many other coins around the world. But here's where things get interesting. The design features Byodo-in, an ancient and elegant Buddhist temple located in Uji, Kyoto. A structure so deeply revered in Japanese culture, it has even earned a place on the back of this iconic coin. The temple image is delicate, symmetrical, and serene. But behind this beauty lies a storm of mystery, rarity, and massive collector interest. Why would a 10 yen coin be valuable? Now let's address the golden question. Why would such a small, common-looking coin be worth more than what most people earn in a year? The answer? Rarity, history, minting anomalies, and international demand. Just like with rare stamps or vintage cars, not all 10 yen coins are created equal. Some were minted in such low quantities or with such unusual characteristics that their value has skyrocketed in private sales and auctions. And not just in Japan. Collectors in the US, Europe, and Asia are all on the hunt for certain years and variants of this coin. Some of these coins, especially those in mint condition or with rare mint marks, have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. And there are whispers, verified by a few lucky collectors, of coins reaching prices that stretch into the millions of yen. The 1959 mystery. Let me tell you about one of the most fascinating stories surrounding this coin. Back in 1959, a small batch of 10 yen coins was struck with slight die differences. These coins featured a distinctive edge, sometimes known as the reeded edge version, unlike the smooth-edged ones used for normal circulation. The exact number minted remains a mystery. Some say only a few hundred were produced before the design was pulled. And when these rare coins began appearing in collector circles decades later, chaos followed. One such coin, discovered in pristine condition in Tokyo, was sent to be graded by a professional numismatic agency. It came back as MS-67, near perfect. The coin was eventually sold at a private collector's auction for a figure rumored to be over $120,000. That's right, a coin with a face value of 10 yen, sold for an amount that could buy a luxury car or two. The power of grading. Here's something every aspiring collector needs to understand. The condition of a coin, or its grade, can change its value drastically. A slightly scratched, worn coin may be worth only a few cents, but the exact same coin, preserved perfectly since the day it was minted, can fetch tens of thousands. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC use detailed scoring systems. A coin rated MS-60 or above is considered mint state. If you're lucky enough to have a coin in the MS-65 to MS-70 range, you may just be sitting on a small fortune. So don't just glance at that old 10 yen coin and toss it aside. Examine it carefully. If it looks untouched, with strong luster and sharp edges, you might be holding a gold mine. Secret language of years and mint marks. Another fascinating aspect of the Japanese 10 yen coin lies in its date. Or more accurately, the Japanese imperial year marked on the coin. Instead of using Western calendar years, Japanese coins mark the year of the emperor's reign. For example, a coin marked Shōwa Sanjuyonen corresponds to the year 1959, the 34th year of the Shōwa era under Emperor Hirohito. Coins from specific reign years, like Shōwa 32, 1957, Shōwa 33, 1958, or even the early Heisei era under Emperor Akihito, have become prized targets for collectors. Especially valuable are the transition year coins, those minted during the switch from one emperor's reign to another. These coins often had lower mintages, and due to the historical importance of the imperial transition, their symbolic value increases dramatically. Some rare 10-yen coins from these years, particularly with visible minting errors or edge anomalies, have been known to sell for millions of yen, quietly changing hands in exclusive auctions and private collector networks. Die variations. The hidden clues. Now, let's talk about die variations, subtle differences that occur when minting dies wear out or get replaced. Imagine this: two 10-yen coins minted in the same year from the same mint, but one has a slightly thinner font, or the Byodo and temple appears a bit off-center, or perhaps the edge is just faintly more defined. To the untrained eye, they're identical, but to a seasoned collector, that tiny difference could mean the coin is an experimental strike, a mint error, or a proof version accidentally released into circulation. And those coins? They can go for tens of thousands of dollars, especially if professionally graded and confirmed. Real collector stories. In 2021, a coin enthusiast from Thailand bought a bulk bag of old Japanese currency at a market stall. Among them, he found a curious 10-yen coin from Shōwa 33, with slightly raised lettering and unusual coloration. He sent it for grading. When it came back, it was rated MS66 and identified as an ultra-rare transitional die variant. The coin was later listed with a starting bid of $35,000 at a Tokyo auction. It sold for more than $100,000 to a private collector in Switzerland. Another story comes from a Canadian collector who had unknowingly inherited a coin album from his grandfather, a World War II veteran. Inside, tucked between pages, was a 1957 10-yen coin sealed in protective plastic. When appraised, the coin was valued at $65,000 due to its immaculate condition and rare mint characteristics. Could you have one? Now here's where this gets really exciting. These coins weren't released with special edition packaging. They weren't sold at elite auctions. They went into circulation. They were used in vending machines, slipped into wallets, and passed from hand to hand. So yes, it's possible you or someone you know has one of these hidden gems. Check those drawers. Flip through that coin album. Ask relatives who've traveled to Japan, because hidden in plain sight could be a coin that could change everything. The power of history. Beyond the money, though, these coins carry stories. They're miniature monuments to Japan's rich history, from the ashes of World War II to the booming bubble economy of the 1980s to the rise of modern Tokyo. Every scratch, every edge, every minted line speaks of a time, a moment, a people. Holding a rare 10-yen coin is like holding a piece of Japan's soul. That emotional connection, that history, is part of why collectors pay astronomical sums. It's not just bronze, it's legacy, what you should do now. If you think you might have a rare Japanese 10-yen coin, here's what you need to do. 1. Examine the year, learn how to read Japanese imperial dates. 2. Look for anomalies, misprints, off-center designs, or unique edge types. 3. Preserve the coin. Don't clean it, just store it safely. 4. Get it graded. Use services like NGC or PCGS. 5. Do your research. Check auction sites, collector forums, and YouTube channels like this one for comparisons. You could be holding something that's not just rare, but irreplaceable. So the next time you see a Japanese 10-yen coin, don't dismiss it as pocket change. It might be humble. It might be small. but within its bronze body could lie a value greater than gold thousands, lakhs, even millions of yen, all wrapped in a tiny piece of metal that tells a story bigger than its size. Thanks for watching, fellow coin explorers. If this kind of treasure hunt excites you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Who knows, you might help someone uncover their hidden fortune. And remember, always check your change, because sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise.